So you want to be a Stoic? Well, actually, it's surprisingly simple. Stoicism is an ancient Greek philosophy created by Zeno of Citium, a guy who started the movement after losing his entire life's fortune in a shipwreck. Because apparently, nothing screams founder of a movement like being broke and wet. The Stoics believed life is full of crap which you can't control, like death, taxes, or some wannabe a boxer challenging Mike Tyson. 2024, I guess. But instead of screaming into the void, Stoicism teaches you to control your reaction and stay sane in an insane world. This philosophy made its way to the Rome, where it got a glow up. Suddenly, it wasn't just for philosophers in togas, it was a life manual for emperors, warriors, and surprisingly slaves. Because fun fact, life sucked equally for everyone back then. For a rational creature, only what is contrary to its nature is unendurable, but everything that is reasonable can be endured. Epictetus. Here are some important Stoic figures. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor who ran an empire by day and wrote heartfelt diary entries by night. His book Meditation is the ultimate "Dear Diary, the world sucks, but I'm trying" guide. Epictetus, a slave turned philosopher who figured out, even in chains, no one could control his mind. Basically, he was the ancient version of
So that's against the rules, and you can't sit with us. Whatever. Those rules aren't real. They were real that day I wore a vest, because that vest was disgusting. You can't sit with us!
Seneca, a wealthy Roman politician who spent his time writing about why you shouldn't care about wealth. Classic rich guy. If Stoicism was a religion, here is what the commandments would look like. Number 1. Control what you can, forget the rest. Let's get real. Most of the life is out of our hands. Your co-worker microwaving fish in the break room, not your problem. Your crush leaving you on red, not your problem. Your tendency to overshare during small talks, yeah, that one's on you. The Stoics believed that worrying about uncontrollable things is like yelling at the rain. It doesn't stop the rain, and now you're just wet and angry. Number 2. Be cool with whatever happens. Amor fati. This might seem a bit annoying, but once you understand it, trust me, you will love it. Your car breaks down. Love it. Your boss calls you useless. Love it. Your entire life falls apart. Love it. The Stoics believed that instead of hating your faith, you should embrace it like it's the weirdest, most dysfunctional gift you have ever received. Number 3. Remember, virtue is the only thing that matters. Wisdom. Stop making dumb choices. Start thinking things more rationally, and you will make better choices. Courage. Face your fears like finally deleting your ex's number. Everyone faces fear. But remember, your courage must be greater than your fear. Justice. Treat everyone fairly, even the barista who messed up your order. Temperance. Learn when to stop, including tequila shots, doom scrolling, and buying stuff at Amazon at 3 am. Here is how you can stop reading about Stoicism and start living it. The Control Freaks Therapy. Write down everything that's stressing you out right now. Then sort it into 2 lists. List number 1. Stuff you can control, like your messy room, your diet, your open mouth when people are talking to you. List number 2. Stuff you can't control, your ex's new relationship. Now set the list number 2 on fire, or at least delete it from your brain. Now focus on the list number 1 alone, because that is the only thing that is in your control. Point number 2. Negative visualization, aka what's the worst thing that could happen. Imagine everything going wrong tomorrow. Your phone dies, you get fired, you fall into a manhole and become the name 10 books guy. The idea isn't to depress you, it is to remind you that even the worst case scenario probably won't kill you. And what if it does? Well, you won't be around to worry about it. Point number 3. Memento mori. Remember, you're going to die. Look, we are going to die eventually. The Stoics knew this, and instead of letting it scare them, they used it to live fully. Got a project you have been putting off? Do it now. Been meaning to apologize to someone? Do it now. Want to eat that last piece of cake? Eat it. Actually, no. Remember temperance. Stoicism can cure your anxiety. At work, your boss is freaking out about a deadline. Instead of joining the chaos, you can calmly say, I'll do my best, but the deadline isn't in my control. In love, they ghosted you? Congratulations, you have dodged a bullet. Next time, date someone who texts back.
I was angry with my friend. I told my wrath. My wrath did end. I was angry with my foe. I told it not. My wrath did grow.
A few misconceptions regarding Stoicism. Myth number 1. Stoics are emotionless. Nope. Stoics feel emotions. They just don't let emotion boss them around. It's like saying, yeah, I'm sad, but I still have to do the laundry. Myth number 2. Stoics are passive. Being stoic doesn't mean sitting back and letting life happen. It means knowing when to act and when to chill. Myth number 3. Stoicism is just for history nerds. Modern Stoics include athletes, CEOs, anyone who has ever sighed loudly in traffic and then let it go. Books to read. Meditation by Marcus Aurelius. Like journaling, but guy was an Roman emperor. The Daily Stoic by Ryan Holiday. Stoicism, but TikTok length. Discourses by Epictetus. Stoicism, but answers real life questions. I personally like it. Daily practices. Reflect in morning. What nonsense will the world throw at me today? Journal at night. What nonsense did I handle like a stoic? When in doubt, if it's right to do it or not, ask yourself what action will make sure that you're following your virtue. Practice gratitude, even if all you have to be grateful for is surviving another day. Life can get messy sometimes and absurdly unfair. But with Stoicism, you don't have to be victim of it. You can be the person who keeps their cool while everyone else is losing their mind. I'm collecting likes and subs in the form of donation to make the next video, so your donation will only help.